Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण everyone. Today is Sunday, is 19th of November, Kartika Masa Damodara Masa, Sukla Paksham and Saptami Tithi. There is one event, it is Chat Puja. It is not specifically to the Vaishnavas event, but it is the story goes like this. It is the worship of the sun god. So initially it was the Karna, who is the son of Kunti Maharani and also the sun god. So he worshipped and also Draupadi worshipped. So there is a pastime. It is not specifically mentioned in the scriptures, but some people they worship in the province of Bihar, Jharkhand, and Uttar Pradesh, Eastern Uttar Pradesh, or Nepal. So there is no detailed description in the ISKCON.com. So we shall quickly enter into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Suta Goswami is saying about the Parikshit and Kali. So the position of the Parikshit and position of the Kali. And so now the Parikshit, he has surrendered himself to Sukadeva Goswami and to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is at the banks of the Ganges River. And then from the Kali's perspective, he could not enter into the Parikshit's kingdom so far. Tavat Kalihi na prabhavet pravishto api iha sarvataha. So even though he was qualified to enter into this kingdom, due to the Parikshit's proper administration, the Kali could not enter into his kingdom. Yavad Yesho Mahan Vruyam Abhimanyava Ekarat. He is the son of Abhimanyu. He is a very powerful king. He is Yavad Yesho Mahan Vruyam. He is so much powerful. So that's why he could not enter. That is proper administration. And further, Suta Goswami he is saying, the day whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead he left the earth in his own body, at the same day itself, the Kali has entered into this material world. So likewise, he is saying, and then he was started influencing all these people who are not matured in Krishna consciousness. We are in the first canto, chapter 18, verse number 6. So this verse is also kind of there is a repetition in the previous chapters also. Whenever Yudhishthira has seen that all those symptoms at that time also, similar kind of Yada Mukundo Bhagavan Imam Mahim Jahu Swatanya Sravani Sakkataha Tada Aha Hare Iva Apriti Buddha Chetasam Adabrahetu Kalihi Anvavartata. The same day whenever Krishna has left this planet, in his own body, Swatanya Sravaniya Satkataha, whose glories are always been very nice to hear. So, and all auspicious to hear. So, on the same day, Tada Aha Hare Eva. So, on the same day, the Kali has entered. That was also previously mentioned. So now today, once again, so the Goswami is saying, Yasmin hani yarhyeva Bhagavan Utsarjagam Tada eva aha anuvritto asau adharma prabhavah kalihi Yasmin ahani yarhi eva. And that Yasmin ahani, the same day, Yasmin ahani, the same day, yarhi eva, whatever the time that Supreme Personality of God, yarhi eva Bhagavan Utsarjagam. So this is Yasmin ahani yarhi eva Bhagavan Utsarjagam. The same moment whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead he left this material world, the same moment itself, the Kali, it has Tadaiva Iha Adurutto Asau. That personality of Kali, Tada Eva Iha Adurutto Asau, to expand his influence, Iha in this material world, Adharma Prabhava Kalihi, who is the cause of all the inauspicious activities, who is the cause of Adharma, he entered. So this is very, very important. Just to see the line, there is no, and the same moment, whenever Krishna, where there is no worship of Krishna, that means Kali is going to enter into that kind of occupy all the premises. That is why the worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is necessary at all times and all circumstances, in all places. Yasmin nahani yarhi eva Bhagavan Utsarjagam Tadaiva iha anuvratto asau adharma prabhavah kalihi. Okay, translation for this verse is, the very day and moment, the same moment, the personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, left this earth, the personality of Kali, who promotes all kinds of irreligious activities, came into this world. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead and his holy name, qualities, etc. are all identical. The personality of Kali was not able to enter the jurisdiction of the earth due to the presence of the personality of Godhead. And similarly, if there is an arrangement for the constant chanting of the holy names, qualities, etc. of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no chance at all for the personality of Kali to enter. That is the technique of driving away the personality of Kali from the world. In the modernized human society, there are great advancements of material science, and they have invented the radio to distribute sound in the air. So instead of vibrating some nuisance sound for sense enjoyment, if that state arranges to distribute transcendental sound by resounding the holy name, fame, and activities of the Lord as they are authorized in the Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, then a favorable condition will be created. The principles of religion in the world will be re-established, and thus the executive heads who are so anxious to drive away corruption from the world will be successful. Nothing is bad if properly used for the service of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So beautifully explained. So here, the same moment, sometimes as soon as we finish off our prayers and then we have to enter into office work, the same moment. So it is the time for the Kali to influence. But that is also when we keep remembering Krishna even during the work, then Kali cannot influence. This is only, he influence only Apariti Buddha Chetasam, who are not matured in the Krishna consciousness. So that is also said previously. Abhadrehetu Kalihi Anvavartata. And he is the cause of all inauspicious things. Adharma Prabhava Kalihi. So all the time in the morning and whenever a second initiation is happens, so they must to do 3 times taking birth and 3 times of worshipping of the Supreme Personality of God in a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. in different all times. That is necessary so that they will not be influenced. Otherwise, if it is a Sunday or if it is Saturday, I need to take some rest and let me take some rest. Then immediately Kali would come and catch. So that is through the sense gratification, giving very nice comfort for you to sleep nicely, comfortably. Nidra Devi, the deity for the sleeping, so she will come and attack. She is always waiting when this person is ready to giving the comfortable situation so that I will take him into my control and make that living entity just sleep, put into the darkness. So that is the influence of Kali. And Prabhupada is saying here, and also that can be drive away by always hearing the sound, transcendental sound vibrations through the radio and everything. Instead of vibrating nuisance sound for sense enjoyment, if the state arranges to distribute transcendental sound by resounding the holy name, fame and activities of the Lord. So as they are authorized in the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, then a favorable condition will be created. Otherwise, if one person is not doing and enjoying in the material sense gratifications in the family, other people look, they will try to imitate the same thing. They also wanted to do the same thing. But here, the devotional service, it goes journey within. Of course, outside also we see all auspicious things, but do the people recognize that one? Because as long as they are operating with the chainsaw, they cannot recognize. So that's why this favorable condition should be created by airing all the transcendental vibrations by from the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So that way one can be successful in achieving the very peaceful country. Nothing is bad if properly used for the service of the Lord. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So yasmin nahani yarhi eva bhagavan utsasajjagam tadaiva tada eva iha anuvritto asau adharma prabhavah kalihi. Likewise, Sudha Goswami is saying. Okay, so we shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's letter.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Is there a chance for a little quick question? Or do you want to do it later?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Yeah. Well, it says that Kali wasn't, the personality of Kali was not allowed to enter while Krishna was present on earth. So how come, well, are we saying that in that period, there was no influence of the three modes of nature? There wasn't any of that in that period to the people who were present in Krishna's time?
Yes, it is very good question, Mataji. So this three material modes of nature, it is always there since the beginning of the creation. That is the yattat trigunam avyaktam nityam sad asad atmakam nityam sad asad atmakam pradhanam prakritim prabhu. This is in this way, it is vishesham avisheshavat. So this is pradhana and prakriti. This is the beginning of the creation. So three material modes of nature, it is always existed. So there is no question that when there is no three material modes of nature is not existed. So here and also in this Yuga period, Treta Yuga, Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga, there are Yuga Sanja periods. Each Yuga Sanja period goes around 2000 years. And so when Krishna has appeared in that particular period, so at that time when Krishna was there, all the religious dharma was on the four legs. And at the time, that time is the Yuga Sanja period, where the personality of the Dwapara Yuga, personality of the Kali, one person leave and another person enters. So whenever Krishna leaves, the Kali is time to enter. It is his duty to enter. And previously also there were fightings are going on in the presence of Krishna is also. There were Pandavas are facing through even, but it was everyone were truthful. That was there. Even Duryodhana was also cunning, but he used to say, I know what is right, I know what is not right, but it is I am acting based on the nature I have got. I have got my body. It is the Supreme Lord created me like this, so I act in that way. He openly admits that whatever he is doing, even it is not right, but he wanted to do that one. So that is everyone were following the truthfulness that is there. But in this age of Kali, it was further degraded. But in the presence of Krishna, like Dwaraka and Madura, everyone are in the peaceful condition. Of course, there were disturbances by the demoniac people also, but Krishna immediately counteracted them. That was there. But here, whenever here it is speaking on the influence of the Kali, the vast majority of the people, the degradation of the religious principles. So in this age, we see it is the vast. Many people are there lying just for the livelihood. If they go to the offices and for their, so we see people are just for this tiny thing which is already predestined. So they would try to say different words, convey. Otherwise, they think that it is not possible for them. They may be cheated. That kind of things. It makes the people to go further down. That is the age of Kali. But previously, they used to openly speak the truth without any hesitation. So this is the gradual declination of the religious principles.
Thank you so much for explaining it so well. And so we are plodding along and running for our livelihood, running, but we're not alive, really.
Yes,
Not
Mataji.
real life, we're not living the life that we should. Anyway, Haribol.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So that is the realization. So we are not living in this material world. It is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It is the temporary ashashvatam and always miseries. Okay. So today it is related to Nico Cute, November 4th, 1969, London. Can I request any dear devotees to read this letter?
Prabhu, may I read with your permission?
Yes, Mataji, please.
My dear Nico Cute, please accept my blessings. I thank you very much for your letter dated October the 17th, 1969, sent from the Detroit Temple. I am very much pleased to note your sincere attitude towards our Krishna consciousness movement. And this sincerity will lead you to the highest spiritual consciousness if you continue in this way. That is the special grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In former ages, the process of spiritual elevation were very difficult and long enduring. But in this age of Kali Yuga, our lives are so short and our minds are so restless that the process of spiritual realization must be very simple in order for success to be achieved. Therefore, Lord Krishna appeared on this world as Lord Chaitanya to show the fallen living entities the easiest and most sublime method of achieving Krishna consciousness. His formula is that everyone in any position of life should chant the Hare Krishna mantra. So this is what we are teaching, and any benefit you are feeling from this procedure is simply the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acting. I'm glad that you are very much appreciating the association of Bhagavan Das and Jagadisa. They are both very nice devotees. So when you have any questions about our philosophy, you consult with them, or else I'm also at your service in this connection. Please continue to live at our temple, follow the regulatory principles, and chant at least 16 rounds daily. Most likely this December, I shall be staying at our Boston temple for some days. And if it is possible, you may then come there to meet me. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
Prabhu, the takeaway points would be, I think the whole essence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada's mission is encapsulated in this letter. So the essence of and the whole purpose of Hare Krishna movement is to give everybody an opportunity to take part in it and chant, be happy, and get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because in the previous yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapara Yuga, the process of self-realization were very, very difficult, where it used to take a long time, but and it was very difficult to execute as well. But in the age of Kali, because we are so unfortunate, we are short-lived, we have no intelligence, we are deceitful, so we have no time for these kinds of lengthy process. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very out of his causeless mercy, the most merciful incarnation of the Lord, out of his causeless mercy, he came and he gave us without any consideration. He gave us the opportunity of chanting. He gave us Krishna Prema without even consideration. We are not worthy of it, but still he, out of his causeless mercy, distributed it to every one of us. So it's up to us to take the opportunity, to grab the opportunity and make the most use of it. And also Srila Prabhupada has mentioned another very beautiful point in here, to consult with the senior devotees, because inquiries will be there. Athata Brahma Jigyasa. So this is where our human life starts. So unless and until we question, we do not know. So the basis of our inquiry about Krishna starts with asking the right sorts of question with an open mind. And our whole the whole Shastra is actually based on question and answer, like Srimad Bhagavatam, Gita. They are all questions and answers. So yes, we always need to consult if we have any queries, if we have any questions. We need to consult with the senior devotees, and of course with our spiritual masters, and then of course we have Shastra to refer back to. And of course, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned again, just follow the four. If we simply follow the four regulated principles and chant the 16 rounds, which Srila Prabhupada has very, very mercifully has simplified the process for us, we will be able to be on track, and we will be able to reach our goal. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So beautifully summarized. Any other points, dear devotees? Here in this, what Prabhupada mentions, when Krishna appeared, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, and also we see Bhagavatam also, the pastimes of the devotees, and Krishna actually spoke the true and essence of all the Vedic scriptures. And then that is the theoretical knowledge. But here it was until one surrenders to Krishna, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshishyami Ma Suchaha. So that is Krishna says, and then the execution and showing by an example. And Krishna has given some examples like Janak Maharaj, Bhishma Dev, like some. But here, practically in this age of Kali, we are in the age of Kali, to show all these things by practical example, how one can be completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he came here to show by his example only, and with so much of mercy. Okay, so that is, and also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows from already this image of Kali, if anything, all auspicious activities, it would give immediate results. But whereas inauspicious activities, it will take so considerable time. So it says, Parikshit also understands that one. Kushilani also siddhanti na itarani krutani yat. Kushalani also siddhanti, they are give immediate results for the auspicious activities. And na itarani krutani yat, and other things, it will take na itarani krutani yat until they are performed practically. They don't give bad results. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows. So as soon as one he chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then immediately he'll be elevated onto the transcendental platform. Maybe the starting point. So that is Prabhupada is mentioning, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is practically showing to us. And, but it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Atavaham Dharadami Bhutva Mad Bhakta Rupadhuk Mayam Cha Bhavishami Kalo Sankirtanagami. And he is in the Mayam Cha Bhavishyami. He is come in the very secret form. Bhavishami Kalo Sankirtanagami, to establish Sankirtana movement. Okay, so that is from Prabhupada's letter, and so we have to completely follow these regulative principles. Okay, so any other points, dear devotees? Okay, if there are no further points, then from the announcement point of view, so it was very nice yesterday's evening, the house program. And thank you, Devashish Prabhuji and Mampi Mataji for that. And we have heard some points, takeaway points from Antaranga Prabhuji yesterday. And
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah. It was very nice. Antaranga Prabhu was very kind and very nicely done. And I mean, whoever joined, thankfully, Mataji, Prabhupada Mataji, Gorangi Mataji, they came in this from far away by themselves. It was very nice. And as the association makes a difference, even in this letter, Prabhupada mentioned somewhere that we should appreciate the Bhaktas Association. Exactly same thing happened. They all the Bhaktas came, and then because of them, the program was so nice, smoothly gone. At the end, I think we didn't complete properly because the battery of the device ran out, and I didn't even realize the device was there. And then we did the Notion prayer, and after that gone. And apart from that, everything was smoothly with Krishna's mercy, yes, and all of your blessings. Everything went well, Prabhu. The main thing everyone took from the session yesterday, they were discussing as well from the Antarangas Prabhu, is Krishna is very dear to us. Krishna can be your best friend. You can discuss anything with Krishna, any problem, and Krishna will solve it with his own way. And we don't even realize that. Antaranga Prabhu gave a few examples yesterday. I didn't even know, and I felt so blessed to be close to him. He did the puja in Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram temple. He did. He was standing there, and apparently he is very attached to these deities, and standing there far away and thinking, "Oh, you are so beautiful." Then all of a sudden, that the pujari came and gave him the garlands and said, "Oh, can you do puja tomorrow?" And that's like Krishna talking to you directly. Unbelievable. That's from there he Prabhuji said to us, always talk to Krishna. We open your heart to Krishna, and Krishna will solve all the issues. That was the main takeaway point for me and some of the devotees as well. Haribol.
And also he mentioned, as Devashish Prabhu has just mentioned, I'm just going to just to do a touch base on it. Prabhu mentioned akama sarvakama. If you have all desire or if you have no desire, approach to Krishna. And Krishna is very, very personal. Krishna is so personal, and we can build the relationship with Krishna. The whole purpose of Bhagavad Gita, the conclusion, is to build a relationship with Krishna. And and of course, Antaranga Prabhu has mentioned so many experiences of reciprocation, with reciprocation involving Antaranga Prabhu and Krishna in our temple, in our Bhaktivedanta manner, and of course in Vrindavan and in different places. So yes, Prabhu, it was very, very nice yesterday's lecture, and of course he concluded the lecture by stressing on the importance of book distribution again, because with December just coming round, we need to concentrate as a sangha how we can promote book distribution, and as a sangha how we can take it forward this December.
Yeah, Prabhu, we need to organize something like that. Initially, in our last meeting, Nishkanchana Prabhu was allocating that to Sham Prabhu, but Sham Prabhu is overly busy with the temple's other activities. So, Janakunda Mataji said, Janakunda Mataji can organize something and we can go with Janakunda Mataji's lead anywhere Janakunda Mataji wants us to distribute. Janakunda Mataji has the most experience in book distribution in our Sangha. So if that is possible, Antaranga Prabhu wanted to join with us, then he wants to go. So I want all of your thoughts on it. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, that is wonderful to go with Janakanya Mataji. So, okay, any other updates? So in that case,
Prabhu, I'm sorry. We always miss your physical association, Prabhu, as we did yesterday. But one day for sure, we will be.
Yeah,
we will
even
be
Prabhupada
fortunate.
Mataji and everyone was saying that you are like, for you, we always miss you, Prabhu. But because
Yes.
of you, our Sangha is like, we are running smoothly.
Because of you, we are where we are, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So yes, we missed your association, Prabhu, yesterday very much. But with Krishna's mercy, yes, we will be lucky to have your association one day, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. So yeah, I would like to be there, but I have got few moments of association with the devotees before with everyone, but I feel that association still remembering. So I always feel no absence with you. So that is my takeaway. I always connected with all the devotees. But physically, hope we'll see to associate further. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall move on to the next part of our program. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Sloka learning, the Sanskrit, stressing of the sounds and then pronunciations, and also any takeaway points from there. Okay, so today is the first canto, chapter 2, verse number 19. Shall share the screen. Okay, so can I request the devotees to take the turns from the alphabetical order? So just recite three times this verse, and then after recitation, we will see this Sanskrit words. Can I request with Devashish Prabhuji first? It's fine, Prabhuji, even if you try.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tadarajastama bhava kamolovaya chaya Chita itara anavidam sasistam satam prashidhati. 3 times, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Tadarajastama bhava kamalovasjaya Chita itar anavidam stam sattve prasadite tatarajastamo bhavam kamolovadayaschatahe Chita itar anavidam satim sattve prasadati. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. So beautifully said and recited nicely. Along with Mappi Mataji, would you like to do that?
Tadarajastamo bhava kamolovadayaschaye chitayatad anavidam sthitam sattve prasidati. Tadarajastamo bhava kamalovadayaschaye chitayatir anavidam sthitam sattve prasidati. Tadarajastamo bhava kamalovadayaschaye Chitayatir anavidam sthitam sattve prasidati. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, ma'am. So beautifully recited. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadaya sayi cheta iterana viddam sthitam sattva prasidati. Tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadaya sayi cheta iterana viddam sthitam sattva prasidati. Tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadayasai cheta iterana viddam sthitam sattva prasidati. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So in this verse, tada rajastamo bhavaha kama lobha dayashaye cheta yedehi anaviddham sitam sattve prasidati. Very beautiful verse. Okay. So just once I pronounce it once again to stress the sounds. The next, Jafna Kanya Mataji, would you like to go? Jafna Kanya Mataji.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadayaschaye cheta iternana vidham sthitam sattve prasidati. Tada rajatamo bhavala. Sorry, I got this throat thing again. Tada rajastamo bhavaha kamalobhadayaschaye chetaiter ananvidham sthitam sattva prasidati. Tada rajastamo bhavaha kamalobhadayaschaye chetaiter ananvidham sthitam sattve prasidati. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So beautifully recited, Mataji. Thank you. Can I request Meena Mataji next?
Hare Krishna. Tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadayaschaye chetaiterana viddam sthitam sattve prasidhate. Tada rajastamo bhava कामलोभदयाश्चर्ये चेतयेतरनाद्वित्तं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदते तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामलोभदयाश्च ये चेतयेतरनावित्तं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदते हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Next, can I request Saranya Mataji, please?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु तदा राजस्तमो भावा कामलोभादयाश्च ये चेत एतैरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति तथा राजस्तमो भावा कामलोभादयाश्च ये चेत एतैरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति तथा राजस्तमो भावा कामलोभादयाश्च ये चेत एतैरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Tada Rajaha Tamaha and Bhavaha. Tada Rajaha Tamaha Bhavaha Kama Lobhadayaha Chaye Lobhadayaha Chaye and then Chetaha Yetaihi Anaviddham Sitam Sattve Prasidati. So here in the previous verse, नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. So as soon as we always perform this hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam among the devotees in this age of Kali, nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktirbhavati naistiki, then all kinds of inauspicious things, abhadreshu, they will be eradicated out. So here this is the sequence verse. Whenever it is completely eradicated out all inauspicious things, as soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance such as lust, desire and hankering disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in the goodness and he becomes completely happy. So this is the sequence. It is the anaviddham sthitam sattve prasidati. He is completely prasid. So there is sometimes prasidati is the prasidati, not prasiddati. This is sometimes the pronunciation goes differently. Prasiddati means it is the famous. Prasidati means thus being fully satisfied. And tava, here tada means, so it is referring to the previous verse as a continuation. So tada, in the similar way as previously described, rajaha, rajaha, tamaha, bhavaha, all the modes of passion, mode of ignorance, bhavaha, and all this situation, the bhavaha. And then kama is the lust and desire. Lobha is the hankering. Adayaha means so many other things that are following with the lust and desire, that hankering. Adayaha and cha and a. So what is that? Cha is the and, a whatever they are. So lobhadashaye, all the things that are coming from the kama lobha adayashchaye. What happens after that? Chetaha, that is the mind, and etaihi, by this, anaviddham, without being affected by all these kind of kama lobha dayashaye. What happens to the mind? To the mind, it will become sitam sattve prasidati. The mind is very peaceful. Sitam, it is situated in the mode of goodness. Sattva is the mode of goodness. Thus become fully satisfied. So that is the what we also see. Brahma Saukyam Panantam. Sujya Jasmat Brahma Saukyam Tvanantam. That is the called Brahma Saukya. So here, okay, we stresses on this one. So can I request dear devotees, so while you are doing here in this one, Tada Rajaha Tamaha Bhavaha Kama Lobhadaya Shaye Cheta Edehi Anavidham Sitam Satve Prasidati. Do you see any difficulty to remember this verse or to stress any sounds in the Sanskrit? Are any questions here? Before I ask the words and the context. Okay, so it is very easy to remember. Okay, so can I request dear devotees, Mampi Mataji, would you like to explain this line, the first line, Tada Rajaha Tamaha Bhavaha?
Yes, Prabhu. Tada Rajas Tamo Bhava. Tada, at the time, Raja in the mode of passion, Tama, the mode of ignorance, and Bhava, the situation. Our heart is full of, our heart is filled with a lot of avhadrani, which means our heart is full of a lot of dirty things, and the most dirty things within the heart is rajas and tamas. So, so when we are bhava, the situation. So when we are situated in the loving service of the Lord, the dirty things from our heart goes away slowly, slowly. Cheto darpana marjanam. So the more we engage ourselves in the loving service of the Lord, this mode of passion and mode of ignorance, the most abominable or the most dirty things within the heart goes away, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, beautifully explained. So this is mode of passion and ignorance will be taken out from the heart. Okay, so can I request next Gaurangi Mataji? What is this Kama and Lobha?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Kama is what we do. Then Lobha means lalsa, is greedy. I think Prabhuji, I can read here. Anchoring. Lobha means anchoring. Desire, yeah. Kama means we have desire. We need to do desire for Lord Krishna because we always pray to Krishna. So we need to do bhav and bhakti. Then bhakti, we have so desire with Bhagwan. Then we need to always do lalsa. Is God need to give us prema bhakti. So we always do prayer and think about bhav like that, Prabhuji. I cannot say properly, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Thank you, Mataji. We have given all these the summary points. So Kama is to fulfill our desires is Kama. Fulfill Lord's desires is called Prema. And similarly, when we this Lobha, when we do want it to do our material body, temporary things, that is called Lobha. When we want to do the same kind of thing to Krishna, that is a devotional service, the Bhava Bhakti. Thank you, Mataji. and Adayasha. So everything following with those things, lust and desire and hankering. Okay, can I request Jahnukanya Mataji? Chetaha yedaihi anaviddham. Third line.
Hare Krishna. So Chetaha means the mind, and Eta by these is the actions, what we do, how the minds can engage with the hankering, lust, and anxiety, the non-sattvic activities, like we are engaged in lust and desire, meaning that all the sinful activities we are caught up in, we get fixed in that, and then we get entangled. So the mind is always there to take us astray, and so we follow it and we get caught up, and then we think, oh, this is happiness, we are running for happiness, and then we would get disappointed, so we end up being anxious and restless. And so what is saying, by these actions we are actually very unhappy, we're lost in the world, and so we become the most deep fallen individuals in the darkest pit. Then what we have to do to get out of that is just always get fixed with some I saw this phrase, sata sattva, a state one can always see Krishna face to face if you actually abandon these actions and look to Krishna for mode, and then you end up with mode of goodness. So all that you are actually, because you're fixed with Krishna's loving service, you get, it is registered in your actions, and then your heart is infused with real goodness, and so you do not desire to follow the path anymore. So in a way, you get transformed from the bad action if you take to Krishna's loving service. Sorry, Prabhu, I got this. I was too late last night to do any homework.
Thank you, Mataji. So you're learning very nicely, Mataji. So this is the Cheta yetehi anaviddham. Cheta is, we need to, very, very important. This is the mind. When we are talking about the mind, so if it is our home, we do not put a dirty, bringing outside dirt into our home. Similarly, we do not take anything which we absorb through the senses. Through the eyes, we do not want to see bad. We do not want to hear any bad. We do not want to hear and the smell any bad smells. And also we do not want to touch anything which is unpleasant. And also similarly, that taste also. So these are the things we do not want. These are the entrances for the mind. That is, mind absorbs. Adhisthaya manashayam vishayan upasevate. The mind is the leader for all these senses, and we need, when these senses are in the good thing, then only mind will be in the desires. It cannot be like desire. It cannot be made as a desireless. It can be rooted from bad to the good, only good. Then it will be sitam satya prasidati. Okay, so I'll stop there. And can I request Saranya Mataji for the fourth line?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So Sthidam Sattve Prasidati. So Sthidam means being fixed, Sattve in the mode of goodness, Prasidati, thus become fully satisfied. So this means when, as you said, this is a continuation of previous verse. So it was mentioning whenever we do service to Bhagavatam or devotees, we will get devotional service. So here says, whenever we do devotional service, the mode of Raja and passion and ignorance will go, and Sthidam, the mind will be fixed in Sattva, in the mode of goodness, prasidati, so that we will become fully satisfied. So when the mode of passion and ignorance and because of that the karma and lobha are filled within our mind. So when devotional service, we follow devotional service, all these tama and rajas will go, and all the karma less desires and all these things will go, and mind will be sthidam, being fixed in sattva, in the mode of goodness, and thus we will come prasidati, thus we will come fully satisfied. Yes, so Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. It's very beautifully explained. So generally, these great sages, their only duty is to control the mind. That is very difficult. Even Arjuna says it is very difficult to control the mind. I can control the wind, but I cannot control the mind. Yo yogam tvaya pluktaha samyena madhusudana etasyaham. This is very difficult for me. It is achanchalam, astiram. It is very difficult to control. Arjuna says that one. But that Arjuna only says we are in the Kali Yuga, it is very difficult. So we simply divert these activities. Then Sitam Satve Prasidati. Okay, thank you so much. And I also request dear devotees, so your expectations in this, this is only to learn the shlokas and the relish about the Sanskrit, but reading in English, it will very few words are said. Always it repeats. When we see the prayers are, there is vast number of Sanskrit words, it is relishable. But when we translate it in English, there are very few letters. So many duplicate English words. We cannot relish when we do in the English. So that's why when we are learning the Sanskrit and offering our prayers, the heart will be completely fully satisfied. You would remember these verses again and again. English, you may not remember that one. So you may think only few words will come. I offer my obeisances. But in the Sanskrit, these verses would always come into the heart. Then your heart, it will be completely satisfied. So that's why we are taking to go more insights into the Sanskrit words. So I request dear devotees, just openly ask, so how you wanted or to remember more on the Sanskrit and to relish and to recite. But when you're reciting, keep practicing again and again, again and again. That is the only thing. Abhyasa yoga yuktena. Okay, any comment?
Is there Hare Krishna Prabhu? It's quite advantageous if you speak Hindi, isn't it? To understand it a lot clearer. I find it, yes, sometimes I find a bit of a struggle there. I'm trying anyway.
Maybe Indian languages, any language may be helpful when you are speaking either here or what would mother tongue. When you're speaking mother tongue, that would also at least some percentage of Sanskrit. It is within that mother tongue.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm a beginner and I'm trying. I'd like to, advance in this area.
Even I'm also beginner, Mataji. So
you speak it so beautifully. Your pronunciation, all the R's and the H, you do it so well. But I'm trying to learn it. Haribol, can I just ask a simple question about the mind?
Yes, Mataji.
This phrase, control the mind, is very prevalent, and I'm just wondering, is it possible to control the mind? It isn't, is it really? I think I have this theory that if you can befriend the mind, you can manage it a lot easier, and so you wouldn't get caught up with this turmoil of hankering and restlessness and anxiety, and you never seem to get out of it. So the mind is always there. You cannot get rid, I think. So that's what I feel, but I don't know what you think. I see it say control the mind in a lot of readings. All the scriptures say control your mind, when the subject comes up.
Yes, Mataji, even Krishna says the same thing. When you control the mind, it will become your friend. Otherwise,
That's right, yes.
So here, there are two ways. One is the yogis, they meditate to control the mind, sitting in one place when they're lonely, reading. So that is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Mano achiratyat virajam jataswasasya yoginaha. Controlling the breath, and that is jataswasasya yoginaha. Likewise, mano achirat syat achirat. For a longer time, a yogi has to meditate to control the mind. Then that mind will be cleansed. How it is cleansed? Vayu agnibhyam yataloham matam tejiti vaimalam. Like the gold is purified whenever it is burnt on the fire. Likewise, the mind will be completely cleared. That is pranayamaihi दहेद्धोषान् धारणाभिषेकिल्बिषान् प्रत्याहारेण संसर्गान् ध्यानेन अनीश्वरान् गुणान्. So these are the four things what happens to the mind. Pranayamaihi, just when we are doing pranayama, that is controlling the breathing, and then dharanabhisha, controlling the mind. Then the kilbishan, all the sinful activities will be stopped through the controlling the mind. And also pratyaharena samsarghan, controlling the senses. One doesn't fall into this some pratyaharena samsarghan, material activities. That is the pratyaharena. Dhyanena anishwaran gunan. Through the meditation, he will be transcendent to the three material modes of nature. These are the four activities that the sages have been recommended to do it. From the devotional perspective, the devotees, what we do, we engage, all our activities are molded in such a way, we do not have any other sense gratification paths. It is everything is only we do for living for Krishna, eating for Krishna, breathing for Krishna, and we serve our spiritual master among the devotees, not far away, among the devotees. That way, always thinking of what is my duty to fulfill Krishna's desire. That way, the mind is completely absorbed and there is no other thoughts. And for the sages, how they wanted to see Stitam Prajantam Asinam Sayanam Va Guhasayam Prekshana Ihitam Jayat Shuddha Bhavena Chetasa. They are meditating on the Lord's personal form. After cleansing mind, they are meditating on the Lord's personal features. And then they are recommended first lotus feet, and then legs, and then thighs, and then navel, and then his breast, and then the chest, and then neck, and then the shoulders, and weapons like Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and then the Vanamala, and earrings, and his face, his eyebrows, and his glances, and his nose, his smile, his teeth, and then teeth, lips, and also Bhrumandala. And this is the one has to concentrate on the personal features. At the time, he would be complete. He would get Evam Haro Bhagavati Pratilabdha Bhavo, and he would absorb in that bhava. Bhaktya Drava Hrudaya Utpulakaha Pramodat. So he would be immersed in that happiness. That is the sage's mind. But from the devotional perspective, we wake up in the morning and do the Mangalacharan prayers, and then we are just thinking. But sometimes, due to the material activities, when we are doing prayers, we remember those activities. So that needs to be stopped. Of course, it is a temporary only, but when we keep engaging these things, that will also be vanished. When we are doing Swadhyayana, reading the scriptures, trying to remember these Sanskrit verses, automatically there is no place for the material activities to remember. That way, we completely This is without knowing Krutatmano Kruta Pranamsha Bhaktihi Anichito me Anvim Prayunkte. This is without knowing, without hard endeavor, automatically we are absorbed. That is our devotional service. So everything goes, even initially it is a bit hard, later on it is so nectarian. People would relish in later lives when they go into the Paramahamsa stage. Until Parivrajika stage, these sannyasis are going everywhere and spread Krishna consciousness somewhere or other, distributing the books and saying about Krishna, speaking about Krishna, and then coming back to one place whenever they can't do more through their body. At that time, they would relish everything. That is Paramahamsa stage. That is, that is the Cheta. So Cheta is the mind. It is that is the soul of this Mahatattva. Chittam tad Mahadatmakam. That is Cheta. It is very difficult to purify, but devotional service is a process to purify and also to cross that purification and enter into the devotional service further and to absorb, establish the relationship with Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. That's so beautifully explained. It's engaging the mind and purify it with the goodness. And so I was just questioning the connotation of the word, control, the phrase control the mind. And that is what, I get. I think if you fill your mind with goodness, that's the answer, isn't it? And you mentioned about how you look at Krishna, all parts of Krishna. And the same way we look at a baby like that, why can't we do it when we see Krishna? Imagine all his parts are so special. It's like when you have a baby, you watch their toes, you watch every part of them, you notice everything about them, you relish every parts of them. Yet when we grown up, we look at people, take people for granted and take Krishna for granted. So if we can actually bring those thoughts in our mind, we will reach a better place, I'm sure. As you say, though, you agree that it's very hard to get to that stage, but we can do it.
Yes, Mother. So this material duties, it is very temporary. After 50, 60 years, one will stop automatically. For that, we don't have to give importance. They will go automatically due to the time. Later, mind will be completely in the devotional service. Then we will finish.
Yeah, it's habitual, isn't it? Because it's learned behavior. You can actually put good practice in. If you do it regularly, it will just fall into place, wouldn't it? Really, we will automatically be able to practice that goodness if we continue doing it, not just once in a while. And because you forget it, don't you? And you think, oh well, you get attracted to the material enticement again, and you get caught up. So it's good. It's the continuity, the practice, isn't it? The determination to do it as well. Like when we do book distribution, if you don't go in good enthusiasm and determination to put in a good effort to make it work, you're not going to get anywhere. So you have to have that and ask for Prabhupada's support, because he's very good. He helps you. He's present in our life all the time. So yeah, I think you explained it beautifully, and I accept that. You really cannot control it in the sense of the word, but you can fill it with goodness, and it's your choice, isn't it, really?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Mataji. So,
can I just address Dibanshi Prabhu's thing about book distribution? I would talk to Antaranga Prabhu, but I would like to know how much you are able to, how much you prepared to do, where would you like it to be, and how far you can go. And because you can, even when you're far away, you can do telephone distribution. You can do all sorts, you know. It doesn't have, you haven't got to be present physically. If you got talent and you want to do it, you can take part in so many different ways. But I want to know if you can actually put a poll in our group and ask people how they'd like, how much are they prepared to give to get to that place where you can do book distribution. And we can do it as a collective, you know, as, you know, we collaborate and do it well so that we don't, you know, pull one way and the other way and then it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Mataji, previously we did in a way, we used to go different area all together, all Sangha member together, and we used to do door to door.
Well, they still do that, yes. We still do that, and Antaranga is involved in doing that as well. So if you can choose an area what you haven't done before, and also it has to be an area we just hadn't been yesterday, you know, so you don't want to nag people and get them fed up and they slam the door in your face, you know what I mean?
No.
So yeah.
It would be nice if you can go our, like, you know, Sangha members area, any of the Sangha members area, get together. That would be nice. And we don't live that far. All of us are locally. I mean, it's not a problem. We can go even if it's like someone in East London, Uxbridge, wherever.
Yeah,
we can all together one day. It'll be nice getting together all the Sangha members, and it'll be fun. We'll take it in a different way, and we'll go all together and do it as much as we our level best, and that's it. And the rest is on to Krishna.
And because people will live far and wide, it doesn't have to be every week or, I mean, every day or whatever. It can, you can decide,
once in a week during the marathon, or once in a weekend evening, or wherever. Like, say, for example, Mataji, it'll be a good start for I think where Shunchita Mataji lived there. She was saying that, oh, it's difficult for us to come to here, and we can go to, if you can't come, we can go. And Bipin Pehari Prabhu lives there as well. Aylesbury, that area. Once, like any other area. So we, as you said, Mataji, if you can, in our area, we can do one day. So like that.
They do a lot in Harrow. They have one in one of the supermarket as well. The thing, you need to choose an area that is not, because that is the you should target an area that hasn't got any Krishna conscious thoughts or any idea what we are about. And I think that will be a real good asset to invite the wider community, if you see what I mean. But we have to have a foundation where we all agree and we will commit, because you know, people will, oh, I'm not feeling like it's you know, you have to have that strength, the base, the strong foundation to start with.
We got few people who are very strong. So for example, Meena Mataji is very strong. If she says, and last time when she did it, she is the brilliant, like, you know, Usha Mataji, Meena Mataji.
Wonderful, yeah.
And then I will come, my family will come, whole family, our family, and you or the Sitikuna Mataji might come with a couple of their family members. And then, of course, the Shanchita Mataji and all this. So, Mataji, you have a word with, I want to give you, like, you know, I want to give you the lead on this one, Mataji, please. You lead us and we'll follow your lead.
Well, I'm not good at IT, so if you can put a poll and ask who would be interested, and I will talk to Antaranga Prabhu and see, because he can provide you with the books and all, everything,
he did mention that yesterday as well, that he will talk to you, he knows about your, like, you know, you are in here, and so if you have a word with him, then we can take it from there. And a poll, yes, we'll put the poll on Amanga Prabhu will do that as well, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, you know how I started, Prabhu? In the COVID period, I did telephone installment in places like hospitals, library, prison, in the funeral parlors, place, you know, and things like that. Schools, you can target schools you know, and hospitals. And that's how I've got some real success story in hospitals. Books are placed in this multi-faith department, and people, you know, they would walk in there when they're terribly distressed with their loved ones, you know, nearly end of life, and they would walk in there and they would see the Quran and the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita is a tiny little book hidden at the back. But you know, sometimes the book just stare at you and you got to pick it up. So that kind of in engagement in the from the public is so special, you know. I've got some amazing story to, if you know, one day we have moments we can tell, you know, that are so emotional, and it is really, really special. It's a special activity. And I was very good at installing boxes and boxes of Gita in these places. And they're coming to fruition now, because even when people think, oh, it's dormant, they're not using it, utilizing it. Sometimes if they put it in the bin, somebody picks it up. You see what I mean? Because it's a nice book, it's hardback, it's you know, sometimes it's still sealed. People will pick it up and become devotees. So we must look at all those little ways we can reach out to people. Are you still there? Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Janikona Mataji.
Yeah.
Janikona, we missed you yesterday.
I know. Listen, I had four engagement yesterday, and I was torn which one, because I committed myself. I couldn't get away, and then my grandchildren were coming as well. So you know, it was too much. You choose the best day. Everybody wanted the same day. Yeah, because it's in Kartik season. Everybody want to fit in their activities, you know. They want to do it, and it's getting near the end. Well, halfway out. We're halfway in Kartik, so yeah, people are crammed. This couple of weeks are really tight. I'm sorry, but
No problem.
I did tell Mataji, and she said you did contact her, and of course she was depending on me to take her and the boys. But
Yeah.
next time, yeah, give us plenty time, you know.
Mataji, the next one is 9th of December.
9th December. Okay, I'll tell Mataji.
Ishkinchana Prabhu will be coming.
I know, but then of course I have to think about you know, the car, my car thing, you know, the ULEZ, yeah, as well. So we'll sort something out.
Okay.
Haribo.
Haribo.
Even if we come by train or bus. I'll tell Mataji, let's plan it 9th of December, unless she's got something tighter in the book, you know.
Yeah.
Department, yeah. Haribo. Thank you so much. It was really nice, even just coming in online. I squeeze a bit of time in it. It's like this. Any moment this is what we have to do in our lives. I know I'm a lot older than you guys, but squeeze every moment you've got to do Krishna conscious activities. You'll be surprised how your life would change. I took to Krishna consciousness pretty late because I didn't know much about it. However, I'm not joking. It's changed my life, turned around so much. It's as though I don't need to make up for all the past years. You know, it's so relishable. It's unbelievable. Amoga Prabhu always explain how beautiful it is. And I like how when he says beautiful, and he must say beautiful more often, it's so nice. It's the way he says it, and the sound of it is so beautiful. You know, when you say beautiful, you can say just it casually and just forget about it. But when you mean it, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
Haribo.
You are true, Mataji. Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Haribo, Mataji.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for allowing us to babble on.
It's all right, Mataji. So it is the devotees, the heart and how they feel.
Yes, heart. It's the heart. It's so important to open your heart. And if your heart is burning for Krishna, that is the place to be.
Mataji, yeah. Okay, so can I request, so in the few minutes of time, just to cover this purport, can I request Saranya Mataji to do this purport, if you're happy?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. A living being is in his normal constitutional position is fully satisfied in spiritual bliss. This state of existence is called Brahma Bhuta or Atmananda, or the state of self-satisfaction. This self-satisfaction is not like the satisfaction of the inactive fool. The inactive fool is in the state of foolish ignorance, whereas the self-satisfied Atmanandi is transcendental to the material state of existence. This stage of perfection is attained as soon as one is fixed in irrevocable devotional service. Devotional service is not inactivity, but the unalloyed service to the service of the soul. The soul's activity becomes adulterated in contact with the matter, and as such, the deceased activities are expressed in the form of lust, desire, hankering, inactivity, foolishness, and sleep. The effect of devotional service become manifest by complete elimination of these effect of passion and ignorance. The devotee is fixed at once in the mode of goodness, and he makes further progress to rise to the position of Vasudeva, or the state of unmixed sattva or Shuddha sattva. Only in this Shuddha sattva state one can always see Krishna face to face by dint of pure affection for the Lord. A devotee always in the mode of unalloyed goodness, therefore he harms no one. But the non-devotee, however educated he may be, is always harmful. A devotee is neither foolish nor passionate. The harmful, foolish, and passionate cannot be devotees of the Lord. However, they may be advertised themselves as devotees by outward dress. A devotee is always qualified with all the good qualities of God. Quantitatively, such qualification may be different, but qualitatively, both the Lord and his devotees are one and the same. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any takeaway points, Mother, you wanted to say in connecting? So this is connecting to this verse, how you reflect in this each verse, each word, and the purport you have read.
Yes, Prabhupada explains in details like when we become contact with the matter, the soul's activity become adulterated, because as when we come to the material world, we become adulterated. So we all the emotions in this material world, lust, anger, lust, hankering, desire, inactivity, foolishness, sleep, everything is there in this material world. So to absorb that, it is easy, but all that good qualities like forgiveness, love, compassion, all these good qualities, it is difficult to get because it is not in this material world. It has to be come from the spiritual world. So it is difficult to absorb that. Only when we do the devotional service, when we associate with the devotees who has these Vaishnava qualities, we can absorb that. So because this material world, the matter is full with all these negative qualities. So when we contact with matter, all these bad things come to us. And Prabhupada was saying like, however, a devotee advertise themselves as a devotee by outward dress, it's always into the mind and to the actions, like how good qualities they express, how much Vaishnava qualities they express. It's not about outward dress, it's about the qualities they exhibit. So yeah, like that, it's a lot of points, Prabhu. So yes, Hare Krishna, this is what I could say now, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So beautifully explained. And also just wanted to bring at this point, actually with the spirit soul, we belong to the spiritual world. And due to the rebellious nature, we are kicked off. And we fall down from the spiritual world to material world. And then immediately this material world is the place of miseries. How, without knowing to us, if we take one nice a diamond and put it into the so much of dust and kind of a bigger rubbish pond with all kinds of things, and then to find that small diamond out of bigger pond, it's not that much easy. But what need to do, So even the small kinds of washing is not sufficient. A river has to flow through over it on that pond, and then gradually, whenever that dirt is cleaning and cleaning, and then when pure water is completely passing through, then one can have a chances to find that one. Still, it is not easy. He has to find it that to swim and where it is. But when he is swimming through the dirt, it is very difficult. When he is swimming through the pure water, comfortable water, it is very easy. So it is not that much easy to be the soul. It is, as soon as it fall into this material world, so much of rubbish. It is already there. We have been wrapped up by the mind, intelligence, ego, and the all this earth, water, fire, ether, space. It is very, very difficult to find that, to identify ourselves. Durvibhavyam. But we need to, how to cleanse that one? It is gradually, when we are hearing Krishna Katha, it automatically cleanses one after another. It is the flow, Ganges. Like a Ganges is flowing, the Krishna Katha Pravaha, whenever it is going, this all intoxications, contaminations, everything will be cleansed one after another. Then he will be Sitam Sattve Prasidati. Then he will be in the Vasudeva state. It is also very beautifully says by how, just let me show those things. And Srimad Bhagavatam, in the third canto, he says, 26th chapter, 26, material nature, understanding the material nature, fundamental principles of the nature. So here Kapil Bhagavan says, the modes of goodness, which is the clear, sober status of understanding the personality of Godhead, which is generally called Vasudeva. See, 326, 21. It is Vasudeva, consciousness becomes manifest in the Mahatattva. Then only it will be Mahatattva acts. Until then, so what is behind it is the Vasudeva state or consciousness, which is very clear. And whenever it enters into Mahatattva and all the three material modes of nature, it is entrapped, and this Mahatattva universe, it works. This clock is working on it. See, it is so beautifully says, after the manifestation of the Mahatattva, these features appear simultaneously as water in its natural state. Before coming in contact with earth is clear, sweet, and unruffled. So the characteristic traits of pure consciousness are completely serenity, clarity, and freedom from distraction. So this is just wanted to say this, bring this one Vasudeva. This is very beautifully Yattat Sattvam Gunam Swachat Yattat Sattva Gunam Swacham Santam Bhagavatah Padam Yadahuhu Vasudevakyam Chittam Tad Mahadatmakam. That is the soul of this Mahatattva. Okay, so when we just come out of this Mahatattva, we see everything is a simple dream. That is the state of the Sitam Sattve Prasidati, the last line of this verse. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Anything
I'm
else?
sorry, Prabhu, that I took up all that time. I didn't realize that you do read this, the last bit. Thank you so much for putting up with me.
No, it is Mataji, but everything is devotees and pastimes. Everything is transcendental. We are not talking anything outside of material things. Okay, so here all devotional things. Okay, I request also the devotees, if you have got anything to stress on these verses on Sanskrit words, or you wanted to say anything else.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
I just wanted to mention how beautifully Prabhupada established this institution is called. So as Janavani Mataji was mentioning, it is very difficult to control the mind. So here Prabhupada organized it with high intelligence that devotees don't don't get time, and they don't feel to engage in something which is not fruitful. So everything. So in one of the lecture Prabhupada was mentioning, uh, we should decorate deities as with as much as flowers and as much as things as possible. So when the original get decorated, the reflection will also get decorated. So when we see the beautiful form of deities, our mind, our consciousness will also become beautiful. So Prabhupada was doing that. He organized like this much hours of chanting, this much hours of deity service, and this much reading, so that our consciousness will be fully absorbed in Krishna. So whenever we go, wherever we go, we will, when we see something, we will automatically connect to something in the scriptures, or connect to, oh, this is what there is mentioned. So there is no scope of doing something else, because Prabhupada given the task or sadhanas in a way that every 24 hours is utilized properly. So and also Prabhupada made it so practical that whatever we do, whatever profession we may be, whatever field we may be, whatever language we may speak, in every situation we can think of Krishna, we can do something fruitful, something for Krishna. So yeah, as you were mentioning this, I heard the one beautiful comparison, like controlling mind with meditation, with tapas, all that is very strenuous. So however, and it is very easy to break that state of mind control. So the example was given by the Vishwamitra was very much endeavoring to control his mind. However, when Menaka came to seduce him, he got fell down very easily. So it is the result of strenuous, how much effort he took to came to control the mind. But however, it was not stable. However, in our Gaudiya's histories, there were many examples, our devotees, our acharyas being tempted and being tried by prostitute to seduce them, but it was not possible. They were very much fixed in Krishna's lotus feet. So they were not even uh, do anything to that devotee. So it is more practical when we engage mind in higher things. These lower things is not at all able to have any effect on the mind. So Prabhupada's brilliance and Prabhupada's organization was so amazing that everyone get an opportunity to concentrate on the mind on Krishna. It comes by natural. We don't have to take any more effort to fix the mind on Krishna. It will follow automatically when we practice devotional service. We will lose interest as a result. We don't have to endeavor so much to control the mind. And like in other yoga tradition, they do focus on the air, for pranayama, everything. It is just a byproduct. The mind will be automatically controlled when we chant, when we read, when we see deities. It is a byproduct. We don't have to endeavor so much on that. So I just wanted to mention that, Prabhu. Sorry, I took a lot of time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so
Hari
much.
Bol, that was really beautiful. Thank you, Martin.
Yeah, it is the recalled realization. So, and as Prabhupada mentioned here, it's just a couple of Bhagavan's instructions and explanation of devotional service. This is the levels of living entities he explains. There are five verses. Living entities superior to inanimate objects, O Blessed Mother. Living entities who display life symptoms are better. Animals with developed consciousness are better than them. Better still are those who have developed sense perception. Among the living entities who have developed sense perception, those who have developed the sense of taste are better than those who have developed only the sense of touch. Better than them are those who have developed the sense of smell. And better still are those who have developed the sense of hearing. Better than those living entities who can perceive sound are those who can distinguish between one form and another. Better than them are those who have developed upper and lower sets of teeth. And better still are those who have many legs. Better than them are quadrupeds, and better still are human beings. Among human beings, the society which is divided according to quality and work is the best. And in that society, the intelligent men who are designated as Brahmanas are best. Among the Brahmanas, one who has studied the Vedas is the best. Among the Brahmanas who have studied the Vedas, one who knows the actual purport of Veda is the best. Better than Brahmana who knows the purpose of the Vedas is he who can dissipate all doubts. And better than him is one who strictly follows the Brahmanical principles. Better than him is one who is liberated from all material contamination. And better than him is a pure devotee who executes devotional service without expectation of reward. Therefore, I do not find a greater person than he who has no interest outside of mine, and who therefore engages and dedicates all his activities and all his life, everything, unto me without cessation. So, this is what I wanted to say here. If you see the topmost position of a devotee out of all these cosmic manifestations, that is Prabhupada has given to us, as Saranya Mataji is saying. So, just was remembering this.
Yeah, it's beautiful, Prabhu. Very beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. The first time I'm hearing this. How beautifully explained. Like, Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Haribol.
So this is the position of Krishna conscious devotees. There is no comparison at all. One who comes, they will never leave. They are determined. They stay all the time if he is completely situated. Okay, so thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that is about this verse. That is Sitam Satve Prasidati.
What was that verses? Could you please say it? Third.
That-
Oh, yeah.
That is third canto, chapter 29, verses from starting from 28 to 32.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
33, yeah, 20 to 33, around 6. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so anything else, dear devotees, you wanted to say anything? We shall conclude and continue with the japa. Okay, there are no further updates.
No, thank you, Prabhu. That's fine. That's really, really good. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Beautifully said.
Yes.
We shall conclude our session if you are happy.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Krishna,
padinubhyeva patanam bhavani Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava.
Ki Jai.
Hare
Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Krishna Kunsit everyone. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar